Hey everyone, welcome back to the Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Ricardo, and this is the space where inspiration meets leaders, mentors, and the everyday person who wants to make a change in the lives of other people. This is the show where we bring on guests that will come in and share their expertise, that will share their wisdom, practical knowledge of how you can shift your mindset. It is rooted in the philosophy of Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. Because if you win, all of us win. And it's that framework that we use. Shift means shaping how I feel and think. So this week we have an amazing guest. Hey guys, welcome back again. This week's guest is an amazing friend. I see him as a brother, my big brother as well. You know, a guy that always wants to see the best in people. He's a business owner. He's a happily married man, father of 4 amazing girls. And so this week I have my guy, my brother Paul. Welcome.
Yeah, man. Blessings, man.
Blessings, man.
Blessings. Always good to be here.
Always good,
Always
man.
Good.
Always good.
Yeah, man.
Signature question we always ask every guest on the show is, what does the shift mean to you? How important is a shift in our lives? What would you say from your perspective?
Well, oh my God, the shift. Listen, you see, when we mention the word shift, it's about shifting mindset.
Okay.
You understand? Because you could shift, you could move from one place to another,
yeah,
but your mindset remain the place where you're coming from.
Okay.
You understand? So shift means you have to shift your mindset.
Yeah.
That's what the shift means to me.
Wow.
Know?
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. For people who don't know you, just a little bit of background of how you feel you want to be seen or known. What is a little bit of background, Brother Paul Smith?
Well, you see, to be seen and to be known, roughly, you see, sometimes to how some people see you, the assumption of what they make of you is not that way.
Yeah.
How you start, like I was just saying, how you start. Everybody, all of us have an opportunity to start. But how you start from, where you start from, to what you have to already, like I was saying to somebody the other day, I said, I see my life like a two-way binoculars. So you have a binocular where you could see, you see a binocular, you could see in a distance. And the same binocular, if you turn it around, you could then see in a shorter narrative. Yeah. So sometimes if we come with that kind of mindset to say, all right, then guess what? I want to be something of myself. But let's look what this would look like first in a distance. So when you get up, the concept of your mind, you have to say, you know what, I want to be somebody, I want to be something. But just sit down, meditate for a while and thinking, okay, what can I be? What can I become? You understand? And then when you could see that in a distance, you must know that it's going to take you a while to get there. So now you flip the binoculars back around again and then you start work to that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what's like sometimes, because a lot of people say, oh yeah, I'll try this and it wouldn't work. But no. You can't just try something and give up because it didn't work that day, that week, that month.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's not everybody gonna reach the milestone where they want to reach at the same time. Do you remember many years ago, you were preaching at a church up the valleys, way up the valleys. I can't remember exactly where it was. And we were coming back from this church gathering, me and you and a guy called Mo, remember? I went to Morrison's and I show you there was a bunch of grape. There was on a stem of grape and all the grapes are green and there was one red grape in that bunch of grape. And I said, wow, look at that. Everything is on the same stem, it's the same vine, the same stem and everything, but only one ripe. Everything is green. You understand? It teach me that it's not everything that you put your hands to gonna come fulfill the way how you want it to go. Something's gonna slip through the cracks. Something's gonna slip through the windows. Yeah. So that's why you have to just keep maintaining our levels, keep moving. If you believe in it, because sometimes not everybody gonna believe in what you believe in. Yeah. You get where I'm coming from? But you have to believe in yourself first. Yeah. And say, this is what I'm moving into. Because a lot of people try and then they quit. They try and then they quit. Yeah. It don't work like that.
Yeah. For your business, like, because you're a business owner as well, you know, like the way you think, how would you say your, like, because your business has started from your concepts. Are you that type of person that, because you talk like a lot of analogies, you use a lot of analogies, do you see these things, you know, even like with your business, do you see what could be there, like you said, the binoculars there, turn in the background? Because I'm always fascinated by how you think and the concepts that you use. Has it always been like that, or is it because of business, or?
Always, because I realize that how you think could make you and it could break you.
Okay.
You understand? How you think. The sharpest part of your brain is up first thing in the morning. You understand? You know this because you go home and I just want to go sleep. When you go sleep, your brain gone sleep. When you're up, the sharpest part of your brain, if you could capture, is like, you know, little kids with a little container, they capture fireflies. Oh, there's one and they, you understand? That's the brain. Capture that firefly of a brain in the morning. First thing in the morning when you wake up, because your brain is a part, there's a sharpened part of your brain in the morning. I always say to people that the most, even to my kids, I said the most dangerous part of your brain, is in the morning. And also the most dangerous part of your brain is when it push to a capacity where you can't push no more. Capture that part. If you could get that part, when you say, oh, it's hard, yes, it meant to be hard. It was not easy, Dad. No, it don't meant to be easy. If it was easy, anybody could have do it. So capture that part of your brain. Early morning, get up, think, what do I want to achieve today? If you, at least if you move towards it and it move away, then so be it. But you can't come back and say to me, I didn't try. I want to hear, did I try? I didn't, Dad, I didn't get it. I tried though.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then if you try and it didn't work, come back and talk to me. And I'll tell you another way again to try.
Yeah.
But never ever stop trying.
Yeah. So I started doing this walk that I told you about, you know, start walking early in the morning.
Yeah.
Going up there, up in the hillside, up in the woodlands, you walk, it's just your brain is just, it's just like an antenna is up. You come home, so I would come home and I would feel, man, I feel ready. And I think other times I would wake up 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. By that time, I'm already out there. And I feel refreshed. Just an hour. How that hour could set you up for the day.
Yeah.
A lot of young people, what would you say to a lot of young people? Because they don't like to wake up early.
No.
So now you say the first thing is in the morning.
Yeah.
And
So,
they like, brother, chilling.
So the other day, I went to on a project. I was working on a project. So I went there early. Now, this young kid tell me, oh, yeah, I'll meet you there tomorrow. I'll definitely 100% meet you there tomorrow. So I text him in the evening. I say, hey, I'm going to be at this place. I want to meet me there at 8:30 or, so, you know, give him some time because I know young people. So I said, meet me there at 8:30. Okay? That was the text. I got there for about, say, 10 to 8 I got there, right? And I text him again in the morning. And I said, remember to meet me there. Do you want to work? Meet me there for 8. I went there in the morning, 8 o'clock come, I haven't seen him. 9 o'clock, I haven't seen him. 10 o'clock, I haven't seen him, right?
Wow.
So now 20 past 11, I noticed my phone ringing. There's a phone call and I know it's coming from him. So I didn't answer, right? So about 1 o'clock, he turned up. And I said to him, first thing I said to him, I said, do you know the greatest failure for any youngster, the number one route, the M4, the M50, the M25 to failure, you know what it is? And he said, drugs? I said, no. Sleep. Sleep, my brother. I said, sleep rob you. Sleep rob you. Because, you see, when you tell young people this, they don't actually understand what you're saying.
Exactly.
But what they don't understand is this. When you sleep, you cannot be active. I wasn't good in maths in school, but guess what? We said we have 24 hours in a day. That's the biggest lie the system tell young people. You don't have 24 hours in a day. You have 8 hours in a day. The only way you could come and guarantee me you have 24 hours in a day is when you're sleeping for half your life, you're making money. You cannot come and tell me you have 24 hours in a day. You have 8. You have 8 hours to be productive. When I get up in the morning, sometimes I get up at 6, maybe 7, maybe 8, depends on how I feel. I only have 8 hours of daylight to be productive. I tell myself that. And if I come home 2 hours before that, yes, sometimes you could squeeze an hour out. You know, you could say, all right, I'm going to work till 5 or 6 o'clock. That's daylight based on what I do. You understand? But you know that you need to sleep. So if you get up at 8 in the morning and you work till 5 or even 6, you got to go home.
Yeah.
You have to have a shower. You have to sit to them kids. You have to talk to your wife. Whatever you got to do. But remember, you cannot work 24 hours as they say you work. You're not productive. So you have to find out productive hours. My productive hours is 8. I don't know about you.
Yeah, what did he do? Because that's 3 hours and 20 minutes late.
Late. I know you tell me that you come to work. No, you don't come to work. You come to play. You understand? You don't come to work, you come to play. So I think that our young people, our young people who are in university, listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I'm talking to the camera now. If you're in university, if you're in high school, whatever institution you're in, you don't have 24 hours. Don't let the system trick you. You have 8 hours to be productive. 8.
So be.
It's so simple. If you work in the night, you still have to sleep in the day. So you're going back to 8 hours anyway. If you work in the day, you have to sleep at night. How can you be productive if you're sleeping? It's impossible.
Yeah.
You cannot be productive. You understand? Somebody once say, the only way you're going to be productive, the only way the 24 hours is going to work for you, you have to be productive in 24 hours. Don't let the system fool you until you have 24 hours a day. You don't. The faster you could see that, it's better for you as a young person.
Yeah. So even like for again, because we both love working with young people, is somebody wants to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Going into business. I mean, your daughter is, I spoke to her as well about, working with you as well. For her, is like, taking opportunities.
Yeah.
And how do you feel like with young people today of generations back where you grew up now?
Yeah.
I mean, when you grew up, was it a problem to wake up early?
Listen, we were talking about this the other day. Where I grew up, you don't have, like the young kids over here, they have opportunities to sleep. Just sleep. You understand? They have just sleep or just eat. You understand, my brother? Yeah. So just sleep equal just eat. So they sleep and they wake up and they don't have to come downstairs, my brother. You know that. They just order from their bedroom.
Yeah.
And all here, because I could talk from my household as well.
Uber Eats.
Uber Eat. You understand? And that's the biggest lie again. They're selling to young people that they could sleep and eat in one dead space.
Yeah.
They don't have to move. They don't have to move. They sleep and then they eat. Now, you know and I know where we're from. We're not from this culture. We come here, we're like, wow, we're looking around thinking, what the heck's happening here? Something shift here, man. You understand? But we know where we come from. Like, where I came from, my mom would wake us up, me and my brother, about, say, 4:30 in the morning. 4:30 in the morning, if you go to, in this country, in this culture, if you go to their kids, your kids, at 4:30 in the morning and knock the door and say, come on, it's time to go. It's like you're a bully or you're some kind of alien or something. You understand? They don't know, they have never seen that part of the clock yet. But it's on there, but they haven't seen it, never seen it. You understand?
Yeah.
So, I was saying to my sister the other day, as I was laughing, I said, man, oh man, listen, things that we do in this country, or things what I see with my own eyes in this country, it's like man, another planet, bro.
Yeah.
It's another planet. You know what I'm saying? You have youngsters have so much opportunity at their doorstep. They get in their hand, they just chuck in the curve and say, I can't do that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But where we're from, those opportunities, we take them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's the only opportunity we have anyway.
100%. Might never come.
It might never come again.
With the Welsh government, I don't know if you've seen that in the next 5 years from now, it's about young people's mental health, looking after the mental health, mental well-being, but also resilience.
Yeah.
They're talking about trying to help young people becoming resilient.
Yeah.
What's your kind of take on those two? Because how is resilience formed? Do you know, resilience is formed when sometimes it's tough, but I have to push through.
Yeah, you have to push through. Yeah.
So I'm quite intrigued to see how this thing could happen.
Yeah.
Just like what you're saying, if it's always in my room, it's easier to say no than to say yes. Mental health and resilience is the thing. How could this work from your perspective?
Right. Question I'm going to ask you first. No, I'm not saying that mental health, like I was saying to my wife, I'm not saying that mental health is not where we are from. But how much did you heard about mental health when you were in South Africa?
Never.
For me, Jamaica, never, ever, no. Yeah. For me, it's like a word. I'm not saying it's not there. But when I come here first and I'm here, somebody say, oh, mental health. For me, I'm like, what are you talking about?
I think it's a mental institution.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we try to categorize things in different categories to say, okay, we're going to give you a tablet for this because we don't know how to tackle this. We don't know how to get you to do something anymore. And the first thing we do, we put our hands up and say mental health. So we just put everybody in a little box and say, all right, then he's mental, he's not mental stable, he's not mental stable, she's not mental, you know what I mean, kind of thing. But I believe that, as
because with the mental health, like there's a difference between the mental illness and mental health.
Yeah.
So mental health would be as, say, sometimes being anxious or anxiety or depression, which all of us have. But the mental illness is that kind of, there is, say, it could be psychologically or, you know, but mental health is like what all of us are going through. But for some, it's like, that's why they're saying resilience.
Yeah.
It's like, I think we need resilience to take care of our mental health.
Yeah.
And so I see mental health now as like, if I'm anxious or stressed or, you know, and not know how to manage that, then it becomes a bigger thing.
Yeah.
So that's how I understand the mental health, and not as like an illness. You know, because I didn't hear about it. But then also, if it's about that mental health, and I look back in South Africa and I'm thinking like, oh my days, so-and-so went through that, so-and-so went through that, but they came through it.
They came through it.
And that's the resilience aspect of the government. Is why I asked that question is, okay, now that we live here, how? Because I'm in that space now.
Yeah.
Where, okay, mental health, you get the mental health nurses coming in, and that is for the anxiety that is heavy, or you might need tablets, whatever, that sort of things.
Yeah.
But for young people after COVID, you've seen how they become
back into themselves.
Yeah. So that's what I mean by mental health in that capacity, that the inward.
Yeah.
And I was just saying to Ruben before we went for food, is COVID came.
Yeah.
COVID's gone.
Yeah.
COVID was heavy.
Yeah.
But it's almost like the next time they didn't even tell us the lockdown is over now.
It's over now.
You know, you just...
You have to work it through it.
We just picked up, okay, well, can we still come out? Can we still sit quite close to each other? But those are the kind of things we didn't take care of these kids who went to high school, but they were online for 2 years. So for them, you could see, okay, I mean, what is really happening? You see year 7s in school now, you could still see how that has affected them. So I get why they say mental health.
Yeah.
But resilience.
No resilience.
How do we build resilience?
Right. Okay. I was watching a little clip on Usain Bolt. Now I think I even talked about this on my Facebook channel before. But I was talking about this because the whole world know who Usain Bolt is now. Right?
Yeah.
But not many people. So the whole world know who Usain Bolt is, but not the whole world know who Usain Bolt was. You get where I'm coming from? So when you mention about resilient, now Usain Bolt become Usain Bolt in 9 point something second. You understand? That's Usain Bolt, you know, become a legend. But what you don't know is a Usain Bolt that have to be heads on in the game, knowing that, okay, when I turn up for my coaching from my coach today, I'm going to have to push against the current of life to be Usain Bolt. Maybe not this year, but 10 years to come. You understand what I'm
Look
saying?
at the South African boy. I don't know if you know the South African 100-meter sprinter.
Yeah.
Sibenzi, something like that. He is now the world. He's a top athlete.
Yeah.
But when Usain Bolt was there,
Yeah.
he was also there. But he wasn't seen the way
he wasn't seen.
He ran the fastest time. The
See?
South African guy.
Yeah. See?
It's like you're saying, it's in the practice.
It's in the practice.
Or when there's no one.
When growing in the dark. So when Usain Bolt was doing all this, we didn't know Usain Bolt.
No, I didn't.
So the only reason why we know that Usain Bolt did this
Record.
is because no Usain Bolt no break the record. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
No resilient in kids. There's none. They want to be the opportunity. They want to be the boss. No. The boss shit don't come like this. You understand what I'm saying? You know yourself. The boss, when everybody gone to bed, you're on your back like this in the night thinking, what is my next move?
Yeah.
This is where the boss comes. This is where the opportunity will come. I was speaking to Giovanni the other day. And Giovanni said to me, said to my little girl, I was just introduced both of them so they could make some kind of connection. And Giovanni said, you might know Giovanni restaurant now. He didn't start here.
Yeah.
Giovanni was on a cruise ship, mopping floor, cleaning out dishes. But I have something in my mind that I want to bring to the forefront. I want to be something. I want to do something with my life. So it don't matter how many plates I scrape out or how many dishes I wash and how many floor I mop. I have something in my mind I want to bring here. You get where I'm coming from?
I caught something what you're saying. So building resilience means that you got to have an ambition,
Yes.
a goal, where you're going.
Where you're going.
Sticking with it, and just like you said, your daughter would
Yeah.
be like, yeah, but it's tough. Yes!
Yes, it meant to be tough.
That's good, because there is that, that resistance.
Resistant.
But don't go push past that. That's where resilience are for.
Resilience are there.
But if you don't have a goal, what you want to become, I'm not quite sure.
I'm not sure.
Okay, at least if you're not sure, what is that little thing? If you're not sure, you must at least think of something. But if there's nothing, you're not going to build resilience.
Not gonna build
because
resilience.
the trying times, the currents of life, the storms of life, the tribulations of
Gonna
life
come.
is going to come, and you won't be able to stand.
To stand.
So, like you're saying, on a cruise ship, mopping
floor.
and now you enjoy food.
No, you enjoy food. But if I don't come and tell you this story, you'll never know.
You're right.
The only reason why Giovanni tell me that story is because I asked him, how did you arrive here?
Yeah.
You understand? Kids without resilience will sleep upstairs. They will smell the food cooking downstairs. Watch this. They will smell the food cooked downstairs, my brother. And then they turn up.
Yeah.
They don't know how the food make.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when mommy say, hey, you go and make, it's your turn now to make the food.
Yeah.
How do you do it, mom?
Yeah.
You should have been here watching. Because it's going to come a time when it's going to be your time to cook the food. It might not be now, but it's going to come a time. Giovanni know it's going to come a time when he have to look after himself. I know it's going to come a time when I need to look after myself. You understand?
Yeah.
So I make the preparation now. We don't have as much time as we think we have.
Yeah. We don't.
We don't. The mistake what we are making, the mistake what our young people are making, they think that every single day, the time gonna be there. It's gonna come a time when there's no time.
But we thought the same, isn't it? When we were young, there's still time.
It's still time.
But it feels like I said that yesterday. But yesterday is 15, 20 years of it feels like yesterday.
It feels like yesterday.
But the stages, the chapters.
Yes.
The chapters is a build to I would say I'm resilient Ricardo.
Yeah.
Because that has taught me the worries, the cares of life has taught me how you're going to show up today. Because you don't have the luxury to say, I got this, I got this, I got this. I got options. There's no option.
None.
The only option is you got to get up here and believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And whoever wants to take your story in the future, that's up to them.
That's up to them. That's up to them.
But I can't help them.
Yeah.
And for mentors, we got a couple of minutes. For mentors, what would you say See that whole thing about helping young people. So you gave me from this one side, this the mentee, I just want to chill.
Just want to chill.
Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Bring it to the room.
Uber sleep and Uber eat, yeah?
Eats and Uber sleeps.
Well, it is.
Uber Eats can help you out to sleep as well.
You understand?
There might be a business, Uber Sleeps. We'll teach you how to sleep. So, Paul, like for us as mentors,
Yeah.
how do we help this generation, which is a different generation in terms of mentality? How do we help them?
Yeah.
Is the question. And also, what is it that they need to have to be helped by the mentor?
Okay, right. I think we can't give up. That's number one. Because if you give up, you're just gonna say, I'm just gonna give up on them and stuff like that. So what I do to help, I first have to try and help my kids as well, because I got 5 kids. So I first have to let them see you do. Let them see you do. I can probably count on one hand, since I've been in this country for almost 24 years. I could probably count on one hand that my kids, they ever get up, yeah, and saw me in bed. You get what I'm saying? So every time they get up, I'm out, I'm gone already, gone to work, or they will see me around the house getting ready to go to work. I think as fathers, we have responsibilities beyond. You understand? We might say, oh yeah, like Father's Day coming up now. My life, I practice my life, yeah, for my kids them to see.
Becoming the example.
You understand what I'm saying? It's a mirror. What do you want to see your kids? What do you want? It's a mirror. You understand? So whatever you want, think about this is who I am. Turn around, that's what I want to see. That's my kids. So whatever I practice, whatever I do, I mirrored. I want my kids them to mirror. Not every one of them gonna do it, because guess what? Not everything go the way you want it to go. But that's what I would love to see.
Nobody can say, because the personal responsibility is putting the oxygen mask on yourself.
Yes.
And then you can help them if they want that help.
Yeah.
But what were you saying? They can't say, I didn't see it in the house.
I didn't see you do that.
I didn't see that in the house.
I didn't see it.
You did.
I did.
And not did you just see it. I'm doing it for me. And you can, I would always say, it's like a tree that people eat the fruit of the tree.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Is that I'm becoming, they can eat the fruit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
another thing they need to know as well, as you just said about the fruit, they need to know that we, like you say about mentor, we are already in the ground, in the hard ground, or even the soft ground, whatever ground you want to call it, already planting the seed. You understand? Believe in our mind that there's a fruits coming behind this. When the fruits come, remember there's another seed in that fruit again. What are you going to do with that? You understand?
That's it. You know, I didn't ever put this thing out about my book.
Yeah.
But I'll put it because you're talking about this.
Yeah.
The title of the book is The Shift Within.
Yeah.
Becoming, B-E.
Yeah.
Coming.
Yeah.
The mentor for the next generation. Right? And is empowering them to pay it forward.
To pay forward.
That seed that's now in you.
Yeah.
This is the relay. We give you the baton.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with it? What about the mentee, the young person? What do you think they need to do?
Yeah.
In order to pay it forward? Because you're not going to pay it forward by Uber Sleeps and Uber Eats.
No, you're not gonna.
How do they need to show up? What needs to shift for them?
They have to shift their mindset. Believe in what, I would say believe in what mommy is saying and believe in what daddy is saying. You understand? Because remember, right, if you go to buy a car and it's like 15, 20, just a Range Rover Sports in there, right? And you have them parking up in line like this, and then you turn up in a Mercedes Benz and there's one just park in the middle like this. You'll start to ask questions. Your brain will start asking questions. Why they park this one here? You understand? You got...
Yeah.
And then there's one Mercedes Benz parked some in the middle.
Yeah.
Even if you don't ask...
place.
Out of place. So even if you don't ask a question, saying, why did they park a Mercy? It's in your brain. Your subconscious mind is saying, there's a Mercedes-Benz in the line. Why they do that though? Even if you don't have somebody else.
Yeah. Does it mean that Mercedes and Range Rover are not together, or what are they trying to
What they trying to do?
Or it's just odd.
It's just odd. Why they put that? Must be the boss. Oh, maybe the boss drive this one and decide to park here. You understand what I'm saying? If you, as a young person, grew up in a community, or 20, 30 people, you went to school with everybody else. I always say this to my kids. Always. Ask them till today. I said to them, I said, everybody turn up to school have an opportunity. It might not look like, but if you're in the schoolroom, think about this. If you're in the schoolroom with 20 kids and the teacher's teaching the exact same thing, you have the exact same opportunity to hear what everybody else are hearing. If Benji and Bobby walk out of the same classroom and become successful, it's not like you didn't hear what the teacher said. They just hear what the teacher said and take it to another level.
Application.
The application. You understand what I'm saying? So, young people, there's so much going on here for young people. Some are listening and some are not. The penny are dropping on some and some are not. Some decided to say, I'll stick it out no matter how long it take. I'll stick it out. And some are saying, man, I just want to sleep and eat.
You're right. You're right.
You understand?
Yeah, man. So, yeah, that's powerful. In closing, in terms of from what you're saying there, parents, teachers, youth workers, excuse me, what is it that they need to shift in order to connect with the community of the young people, and the other way around? What is it that they need? Because I feel that the excuse me, I feel that the tension is how we grew up is different from how our kids grow up now.
Yeah.
How parents connect with kids is different from how we.
Yeah.
Back then you don't tell. There's no choice. Now there's lots of choices.
Yeah.
How can the community come together in terms of parents understanding young people and young people understanding their parents? Because that's what I feel where the tension is. What's your take?
Right. I would say, number one, don't let society grow your kids. You understand? Don't hand over your kids. Because we all do.
Yeah.
You understand? Don't hand over your kids to society, man. That's the worst thing you ever do. You understand? Or, I went to a school meeting with my kids before, like a parents meeting, and they said, whatever you do, don't give your kids, we call it all this mobile phone and, don't give it to them. And then another year later, I went to the same school again, and they said, yeah, we need to give it to them because things are changing. You understand? So don't hand over your kids. Don't say, I'm going to just listen to a society. Oh, yeah. Like I come to see you and say, oh, my kids. Oh, yeah, man, it's the same. I can't believe they're doing that. Oh, well, we just have to just leave them. They're young people, innit? No. Values, man. There's certain morals and values that you have to stick with. My kids, they might do crazy things sometime, but I still remind them of the values of this house. These are the things. Sometimes they might not happy with what I'm saying, but sorry.
But they'll appreciate it in years
to come.
So we're not just investing now.
No, we are investing, like we said, we plant the tree, not for now.
And that seed is another seed, that is a tree.
The tree
and that's the vibe.
And that's the vibe. Bro.
That is the vibe.
Yes.
Paul, thank you so much for encouragement, man.
Yes,
I know people are going to be blessed by it.
Yes.
Again, guys, the question is, what is it that you need to shift? Sit down, get something, drink some water, get some. Ask yourself that question, sit with that, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. And also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on your post and notification for every Monday we're dropping videos, and stay good. Paul, thank you, bro.
Blessings.
Much love. Catch you on the next one.
Yes.